Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Hearts of Iron 4 where I'm playing Black Ice as Germany. We are busy in the battle here. These guys are in terrible shape. I'm gonna attack though because to be honest I need these guys to lose organization as much as possible. I cannot get them to break up. Okay, if they counterattack, I'm gonna wait. Göring's 4-year plan. The Göring 4-year plan was an economic initiative which Göring favored by Hitler over Hjalmar Schacht. Started in 1936. It involved, amongst other things, reducing unemployment and undertaking public works projects such as the German Autobahn. The Göring 4-year plan was actually the second 4-year plan to be implemented. It was announced in September 1936. The 4-year plan had 4 priorities. 1. To increase agricultural production. 2. Retain key sectors of the workforce or retrain. 3. Government regulations of import and exports. 4. To achieve self-sufficiency in the production of raw materials. Coupled with the later formation of the Reichswerke Hermann Göring and the full backing of Hitler, Göring's control of German economy was complete. The Göring 4-year plan officially ended in 1940, but aspects would remain for the duration of the war. Start second share. I should be able to hold this. The tanks are gone, so that's good. And I'm gonna push towards Cordoba if I can afterwards. Wow, my units are sucky. They all retreated. Damn. Please don't. Oh, come on. What a nightmare. Now that radio is done. Could work on basic particle accelerators to eventually get fission experiments in 1938, which again boosts reacher speed, but I don't actually think that might be worth it. No. Now that we're in 37, there's plenty of these techs that I'd be willing to do. Starting with dispersed industry. God damn it. Come on. Get in there, hold, and then if they're fighting over a bridge, it would fuck me. Alright, these 3 units should be able to hold there, and I'm gonna attack these in the meanwhile to try and get them to clear out as fast as possible. Yeah, and each one of those is a surrender, so... Okay, there we are. They got a bunch of units there. The question is then, is it useful for me to attack there? This seems to be exploitable, which is a bit weird, but we'll see. If I can get there, that should be fine. Deutsche Arbeiterfront is done. That gave me 2 civilian factories. If I do this, I can get more factories. Which is kinda nice. Right, let's now start on bank. Well, vehicle factories. I'm gonna have to start to do this at some point as well. Alliance with Italy. Let's just start working on it. How much? 5, huh? Alright, this freezes up a lot of nationalist troops. And the fact that the nationalists by this point have not yet surrendered is at least pretty useful. They're too dug in here now at the moment. So this is also poop. I'm not gonna walk all the way around. Yeah, let's go there anyway. Answer 4. Well, I guess I'll start working on answer 3. Actually, no. Okay, so I will slowly start building this up, but I don't have the factories yet, so there's no need for me to do this. Yeah.
Befehle. Befehle. Ausrücken. Achtung.
Yeah, the less tanks they have, the slower they get. Pretty much. So I guess stopping the production like that is a good idea. I guess. Yeah, alliance with Italy will take a long time. I have to plan this well though, because I need to get the Anschluss 25th of January. Fine. I still have quite a few units to deploy. We might be able to get to 1 million by that time. Don't leave this empty. Come on, man. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to attack here because they'll get 3 units. We'll see how this goes. These will probably lose relatively quickly, and then even if they put a new unit in there, should be able to beat those fairly quickly too, unless they put a second unit in there, and probably a third or something. Okay, I got in there. Let's get 2 units to try and push in. Shit. All 3 then. They got a second losing unit in there. One of them is out. Once those 2 get out of there, this will go fairly quickly. I hope. Come on. It would be nice if my guys will help. Nordic Baltic Economic Cooperation Agreement, sure. Of course, yeah. Bunch of shit. Dang it, this freaking tanks there. Well, I was at 80. What the fuck is wrong with that? Amelia Earhart didn't die? Wait. Can I see that again? No. I think she did not die. Alright, I took one hex, but they were able to reinforce, sadly, fast enough. 3 dockyards. It spent two dockyards on that. 3 civilian factories. Nice. By 38, I will probably only start building military factories, most likely. Right, despite all that heavy resistance, I took 1 hex. So the only thing I can try to push, but I would need to be in a lot more organization than what I am now. There is something to be said for attacking there. Oh, okay, they're declaring war, eh? Alright. Am I actually producing radios? I am. It takes 280 days at the moment, just for the support units. I'm very curious to see what happens there. This is not going too well. They'll likely attack with some stuff, but no. Let's see here. This is going better a bit, yes, as long as they attack, but immediately got extra guys. Alright, with the tanks getting out, that means they now have these guys only. It's a shame because it's now empty, they could actually take it. They're never gonna do that. I don't need to build radar stations. What I do need is construction speed up. This is fairly frustrating. That all these guys are then gonna go there. Just freaking beat them. Yeah, now it's too late. Ah, well. Again with those freaking ass tanks. Really feels like somehow the AI decides it's a good idea to have those tanks close nearby. And again, they're attacking with these tanks here. Alliance with Italy is done. Let's start working towards this treaty with the USSR, with Achtung Panzer. I have to say they are fighting hard to get this back.
Bereit. Bereit. Angetreten.
It's funny because it's a bit of a stalemate in that sense. I cannot beat them off of this. How is this now going? 80 still? Jeez. That's close to 1938. Let's start working on a 109D. And I'll start building submarines actually. And once this is done, I can start working on some of those, which is also really nice. Let's get, yeah, wood-fired engines.
Befehle.
If they like now get another unit there, I might just as well quit because they are not ever gonna take it then. What a stalemate. Okay, let's try getting in there. Beat them quickly. Come on. Come on. Go. Okay. And let's run to Madrid. Come on. Make it. Yes. They got there as fast as possible. Okay. Madrid is of course a major thing here. And I will not do anything except just have Madrid. Yugoslavian requests the sale of airplanes. Realizing a strategic weakness, Yugoslavian Air Force has initiated a crash program to modernize and expand its air force. We can get this -2 consumer goods, air research speeds down, fighter IC costs +10. I can divert bombers. I care a lot less about bombers. There we go. Okay, the fact that I got Madrid must be pretty bad for them. So I do hope that this I can hold out at least. Which will be pretty tricky because they'll be attacking me constantly, of course. But I can only hope that this will prove then to be working out well for the nationalists now. I'm gonna just regain organization. There's nothing else that I want to do here. Yeah, they're already abandoning a bunch of stuff just to try to get back to Madrid. So let's hope that they'll be able to push because of that. And if I can get these guys in there, that'll be great too. No template. How would you not? Okay, let's trade for one more rubber. No. 2. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, well, no, I need more armor experience. I'm just gonna wait here. No, wait. Okay, I should now be able to push these. I need to get nationalists into Madrid. The only way to do that is by carving a path for them. And that means they need to take more territory. I don't know how bad their supply is going to be. I think actually the Republicans will now not get any supply anywhere. I think the game is up for them. Achterpanzer. Let's quickly do Condor Legion then before we go to lessons from the Spanish campaign. And let's go for improved carriers. Whatever. So if the Republicans don't fall at this point within that time, I just get it finished at least. Okay. Let's see if I can push them here. I probably can. Great Hong Kong Typhoon, eh? Yeah, that's not gonna work. They're also not doing great in supply for whatever reason. Hey, they took Cordoba. That's quite nice. I do think it's quite funny actually that they... I don't want to say that they immediately have to surrender, but... I don't know, you would think that once the nationalists or the Republicans lose Madrid, that tends to be quite a bit of a deal breaker, but why would they actually be attacking there? It's ridiculous. Okay, I'm actually quite amazed that we are unable to beat them there. I have to say I expected a bit more from the taking of Madrid. Although maybe they'll suffer more combat penalties the longer they don't have Madrid or something. They retook Cordoba. Well, one of the problems, I guess, in a sense, is that they now hold Cadiz and Sevilla, which I guess are more bonus points for them at this point. Let's go strengthen the tank forces. By increasing the quantity of available tanks, we can afford to field more panzer divisions to defeat those enemies. Guess I only have a ship builder left, which will be for submarines. Dockyard output in both cases is +5. Shows research speed, submarines visibility -3, 5, 1, 3. 10 attack speed and range. And let's just go for this. They got huge stacks near Madrid now, so I would expect them to indeed seriously go for that. These Russian tanks continue to be a nuisance. Too bad for that light protest. One thing that I want to do, currently I'm getting only 6 out of 60 allowed special forces, and I want to go into the division designer. Now I want to create a duplicate here. And it will not be a copy, but it will be give you a Jaeger division. There we go, and then back artillery, back artillery, back artillery. That's basically how I want it to look like. Very standard, but let's do that. Now, let's have their location set. It doesn't really matter. Nine Special Forces Battalion. So let's make 3, because ultimately I also want to make paratroopers. Besides that, I also want to create a duplicate, and I want to make this, let's say, Panzer Division 38. And by this point, the only thing that I'm gonna do, well, only thing, the thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change these light tanks to what? Oh, why? Yeah, I think that was just plain wrong. let's actually change this to 37. And I'm only going to change it for 1. So with this duplicate, I'll be doing that. I will delete this template. And I'm gonna actually not build the dispenser division, so I'll take that off the line and I'll build a 1937 Panzer division. So that's what I'm gonna build, and the Panzer IIIs and Panzer IVs are part of that, so these guys are needed for reinforcement. Still need. I'm now building 5.5 a week. Still 80 weeks. I still need to put more into Panzer II. For the moment. Until I can work that stuff out. This is continuing to go well.
Bereit. Achtung. Achtung. Bereit. Angetreten. Bereit.
Yeah, there are some tanks that I do want to still have on training.
Befehle. Bereit. Achtung.
Wait a minute. So this is the 5th.
Angetreten.
Because you're on the regular soldiers as well.
Achtung.
And
Angetreten.
now you can stay in Leipzig then. I don't want any of these to train. So once these are regular soldiers, currently I don't want them to lose any more tanks. I just don't have the
Angetreten.
production capacity to do that at this point.
Ausrücken.
Well, at least I'm winning this. Like I said, I expected a bit more. Seems like they actually even crossed there. Unfucking believable. So I took Madrid, but the nationalists by themselves are still not winning. And even though I thought they might not get any supplies anymore, now they do have a place where they get supply. Apparently. So. That's something.
Angetreten.
They immediately lose. And of course no other units are gonna go in there, so they'll have to fight for this again. Most like.
Ausrücken.
Let's try to hold it. Supply and transportation is done. Let's go for strategic redeployment. Okay. I think though that with Madrid in our hands, we Panzer IV is a cavalry tank. Okay, I need to change the template then. Yeah, that should help out here. Yeah, okay. We're working on it. You're losing.
Angetreten. Ausrücken.
I'll try and send in another infantry. Maybe no need. Fall of Beijing, huh? How are the Japanese doing? Eh. Come here, some spreads in Ecuador. You can take this hex, guys. It's pretty good hex. Actually, let's move you in here, and I'll have one of these, one of the fresh troops, to go in there. I'm sure we can hold Madrid, but I need clean troops to go in there, and I'm sure this one won't fall. Yeah, that way they can regain some organization. Now, I wonder if this will allow them to push as well. Yes. Good. Now I have another military factory, which is of course immediately being put to use. If I go for Reichsarbeitsdienst, and go for this. Let's actually go for this region. So Panzer II, which is useless at this point. This will bypass it. Okay, the other ones also get a bonus. Yeah, fair enough. That's fine. Kind of sucks to dedicate so many of these to these panzers. Well, let's start upping Panzer III and Panzer IV production, but first I want to dedicate a 6th. No, I want to start building Junkers as well. Hosbach Memorandum. So, summary of a meeting held on the 5th of November where Adolf Hitler outlined his future expansionist policies to his senior leaders. The meeting marked the radicalization of Hitler's foreign policies. Hitler began his remarks by saying that the goal of German politics must be to respond to Germany's shortage of space, since it was not possible for Germany to be self-sufficiently supplied with its present territory. And considering that the German economy could not make itself dependent on foreign trade, an expansion of German territory was inevitable. In doing so, Germany would have to arm itself against Bolshevism. as well as against the hate opponents England and France. The goal of German policy is to secure and preserve the masses of the people and to increase their numbers. This was a problem of territory. To solve the German question there can only be the way of violence, which will never be without risk. If one places the decision to use violence under risk at the head of the following explanations, then the questions when and how remain to be answered. In order to improve our military political situation, our first goal must be to defeat the Czech Republic and Austria at the same time, in order to eliminate the risk of possible war on two fronts. Sure. I
Angetreten.
feel that I would
Angetreten.
be best off sending another unit here. Try and push them out of that. Shouldn't be too specific.
Unter Beschuss.
This extra division seems to not help all that much. But I'd like to get these guys across the river. That would make things a bit easier in terms of the defense of Madrid. I will continue doing this just for the moment. Seems to be working for me just fine, and I do like having more of those. I really need to also have a lot of civilian works, unfortunately, so I need to continue building civilian factories as well. Which hurts me short term, but I guess long term is probably a good deal. Let's have you reorganize here.
Vorwärtsmänner.
They can join in again later. There's a mountain hex, so it makes sense that's so difficult. Let's go for the Panzerbusche. And okay, I don't have anything obsolete here. Don't I need to produce assault SMG equipment? Do I need it? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Now that's done. Let's go for the treaty with the USSR. We can pursue a new research treaty with the Soviet Union to develop chiefly better tanks. If they agree, we can reopen the tank school we closed in Kama in 1933. Soviet cooperation will, of course, mean that they too benefit from the innovations made. Still, I'm fine with that. Funny that I'm actually still fighting for it. Amount of planes engaged in combat during last period. Wow. They have more fighters, huh? Yeah, it doesn't actually show them from the Spanish state. Which is a shame. Now, I'm seriously behind on these tool maintenance. Thank you. Dispersed industry, very important here. Oh yeah, I will do this. At the same time, there's this decision for 50 points that will allow me to focus on people's problems, which lowers my political power gain, but gives me weekly stability. I'll gain 7 stability. I do want that. I get enough political power.
Angetreten. Befehle.
Okay. Now then, I want to push them into this hex, or out of that hex indeed. They have 8 units, that's crazy.
Angetreten.
Okay,
Angetreten.
let's see if we can organize that. They'll probably help.
Los ausrücken.
Or not. Yes. Well, let's recall from Falkenhausen. It really sucks, but I do think, I guess we can... Let's just go historical and ally with Japan instead of trying to go for China here. Nobody's getting in there, unfortunately. It sucks. At least I'm winning that. Okay. They're no longer attacking Madrid, which I like. Seems like they've given up attacking there. Seems like this is always just going to take very long. Torsion bar suspension. Wonder where that is. Torsion bar suspension. Here. Let's research improved tank design though. Spend 75 to get a bonus. That will do me well. See how the USSR thinks about a nice, juicy treaty. I need a Panzer IV-D chassis to get that, but it's pretty good actually. So after January. But again, at 25th January, I want to do this, so... That's 25 days. I'm 41. These two are too long at that point. I could open up state affairs to hold the Sportpalats speech later on. Sure, let's do a Reichsautobahn, and then I can also do Bank of German Aviation. Let's start with Bank of German Aviation. We can found a bank that will invest money into private aeronautics companies to stimulate research in this important field without alerting our enemies directly of our true intentions. Companies can be set abroad in, for example, Sweden and the Netherlands to lower suspicion even further. Italy storms out of the league. Oh. Okay, let's see if this works. And they accept. Great. I will go for the torsion bar suspension then. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh, they crossed. Huh. Good for them. Good for them. It would be pretty useful if they got into Toledo, so I will help out there as well. And they no longer seem to be attacking at the moment. So I'm also quite pleased at that. I don't want to increase fort. But I do want to increase weekly stability, so let's go for... Yeah, I have to go for improved power grid here. Okay, so you got into Toledo. I'm staying here. It's a disappointment. Okay, also taking Toledo should help. Now, in terms of production of the planes, I don't want them to... Why are you suddenly upgrading? Okay, that's good. Do I... Yeah, I have these. And I can just do this. And let's see what happens. And they are using them there for reinforcement, I think. That serves me just fine. How well is this going? It's supposedly okay. But I wonder. We'll see. It would mean the encirclement of those two units, which I guess does mean something. Although they stopped attacking now. Fighter competition. Okay. One thing I need to do though is I need to go into Austria and I actually need to boost party popularity of the fascists. Because I need their DNSAP party popularity to go up. And I completely missed that. Shit. And I also want to send an attaché. I want to improve relations with them. Yeah, Fuck me. Okay, that was bad.
Vorwärts, Männer! Bereit! Angetreten!
They got a new unit in there at least, which sucks. This is now empty again. Okay. 2 factories. That's okay. Get a research slot for planes and doctrine. So let's start with dive bombing. Spend that 100. And we'll start on the Reich's Autobahn. Since its inception in 1933, the Autobahn project has been a glorious success. The construction efforts have reduced unemployment, and the wide roads stand as a monument to Germany's economic recovery. Much work remains to be done, however. Okay, well, already there will be no encirclement. Let's get 1 unit in here. Might be able to push them out of there, but that's at this point all I can do, really. Invest in construction research. Gain more owned factories than 74. Ooh, that is really good. Yes, please. This will allow me to go for medical research. Ah, crud. I need other guys to join in. I need to quickly switch here. I want to go for supply organization as well. These attacks have been a bit of a disaster. After taking Madrid so quickly, and they're back across the river now. And they've taken back Leda. Come on, they're still moderately weak. Come on. Get in there, you stupid ass. No, yeah, but these tanks. There's just almost no way that I can take it. Okay. Oof. Nope, nope, nope. I also don't want to lose it. Right. Can I do the Anschluss anyway? Yes, I can. Okay. Let's do the Anschluss. The Anschluss, or union with Austria, is a long-held goal of the German people. Although forbidden by the Treaty of Versailles, the time has finally come to bring it about. Let us offer the Austrians a chance at sharing our glorious destiny. Yes. Okay. So it begins. I mean, this war is in the bag, pretty much, I'd say. Whereas it did seem like they were going to lose for quite a while, actually, at the start. But I actually do genuinely think that I saved their asses there. Like, if I did not intervene, I think the nationalists would have lost this war. Alright. We're currently in a pretty rough production position. There's something to say for taking off one of these and adding it to this. But yeah, maybe I just really want to work away this reinforcement at the moment. And with 7 a week, currently this is at about a year's delay. And this is 8 months for both of them. Interesting that I have now less civilian factories as well. I'm gonna wrap things up. Deploy all of those. That also gets me very close to the prerequisite amount of men. Yeah. I'm probably short a lot of equipment as well. So I'll also I desperately need factories to work on this. This is 1,000 days, 3-year delay, but I have no factories. Of course, at some point, I don't need more manpower, I just need production. Currently, I also cannot go to war economy, which I would. This lowers research speed. Also gets me minus 2% weekly stability, or minus 20%. I think having high stability is really important, though. because that also increases factory output. And once that event is over, focusing on people's problems, I will still go down by 0.2. So, right. Anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.